Yeah, I'm Derek, Operations Manager with Evans Trucking. Today we're going to talk about some load securement on 48-foot flatbed trailers. As you can see, there's a lot of straps on this load, and if you were to examine this load looking what it is, it's a poly pipe. It's super light. This whole load weighs about 14,000 pounds. So you might wonder why so many straps. In this case, this is a light product, and with a light product, you can't just clamp down hard with a big bar and just you'll damage the load up there. So the idea is put more straps on, and in general you'll get bigger area covered for strapping and more clamping force. With a lumber load, this would be unacceptable. But because this is light and we don't want to damage the product, we put more straps on and not as tight. And in most cases, you would see two straps up in the front if you were hauling stacks like this, or let's say mini bulk bags or something, and two straps in the back, and then one down the center, because that'd be plenty good enough for weight-wise and what the straps are rated for. But in this case, because it's unstable and it's light, the driver chose to put two straps on each stack, which makes this a very stable load and very safe to go down the highway for everyone. If this wasn't a spool type roll here with the support top and bottom, it's actually a spool. These are all individual spools. If that wasn't the case, the driver probably would have chosen to put one layer on, run some straps across on the lower levels, and then run some straps over the top to keep the load stable. But because these are very nicely stacked and they're not compressible, this worked really good with the two straps on each stack, because it's a nice solid load the way it's designed with these extra straps. But this load isn't going anywhere. It's done really well, and our drivers are doing a great job as far as load securement. And we definitely want to spend more time looking at the road instead of worrying about what's happening behind us. Of course, we spend a lot of time looking in the mirrors, but at the same time, we want to be confident that what's on our trailer is safe and it's not going anywhere, and we don't need to worry about it shifting or falling off. Why is it loaded towards the front? That might be a question that a driver will get asked as soon as he arrives at a shipper. And the reason being for this situation is this is big, it's bulky, and he has half a deck of space left here. So the reason he put it up front was this is going to be a two-part load, and in the back he's going to have a piece of equipment getting loaded later. And in this case, we will utilize the deck more, and the piece of equipment that's going to go on the back will get unloaded and loaded from the back, and it's coming off first. So logically, that's the reason why it's moved more towards the front. Otherwise, if he was going to just haul this pipe light load, he would have started in the center of the trailer and just balanced it in the middle for weight front back. It's the better way to load, to keep everything balanced and centered. Let's take a moment to talk about dolly pads and dollying off a loaded trailer. Never dolly a loaded trailer off without dolly pads and extra support in the bottom here, unless you're dollying off on a specific concrete pad that's made for this. On gravel, any kind of unpredictable ground, unstable, uneven, always put some good heavy pads underneath here. That will totally prevent it from sinking. It's a very common thing where drivers may forget to put dolly pads under here, and yes, the load will sink, and it's expensive and it can cause a lot of damage. This open deck will take on about anything as long as the weight will allow it. Width, length, height, we can do a lot of stuff with these flatbeds. But along with that comes some risk in load securement and permitting, taking the right roads, and there's a lot involved with flatbed trucking, which is why we offer some good training programs and to make this as safe as possible and to not have problems on the road and for the general public's safety. To look at it at a bit of a different perspective, I always like to look at it as having two teams. We have the drivers out there and we have the home team, and together we make a big, strong team. We need our drivers need us, it's vice versa. Being out there on the road for long, extended periods of time, it can get lonesome, it can get boring, it can get, you need to go home, right? But you guys are doing an awesome job out there, and keep up the good work. You guys are awesome. Keep an eye out for some more load securement tips and topics. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.